I had 3 students come in today for puzzle day. I was super
Yeah.
duper happy, and it wasn't from social media. It wasn't from the signs in the library or the library's calendar. It was from the university calendar. It's on the university
Okay.
calendar, and they came in specifically to do the Osprey puzzle because I have an Osprey puzzle on the Promethean board.
Mm-hmm.
I have one on there now that's got like 300 pieces, and
Okay.
3 of them were working on it together.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And is today like the very first puzzle day?
Well, actually, last week was,
Okay.
and unfortunately, well, hopefully, it'll be on the other signage
Yes.
next time, but it's going to be every other week, the same time as the dogs that come in and get pet on the first and second floor, and then on the third floor we'll just have like that quiet activity in the VLC. So
Okay. So
yeah, I
so
was
tell us a
really
little bit
happy
about
about
puzzle day.
that.
Like what was
Oh well, with Puzzle Day it has the puzzle, Osprey puzzle, by the bird Osprey, the Osprey bird.
Go Ospreys.
One of them was like an osprey picking up a fish out of the water, and some of them have the osprey soaring. Just have tons of osprey puzzles in this one particular website. It's a free website, but it's fun.
Okay.
And also, of course, we have VR, and we have Tetris in VR, and we have Wordle in VR.
Okay, Wordle.
Yeah, Wordle in VR. And then we have one that's similar to Candy Crush, where you have to match three colors, those kind of puzzles.
Okay.
So we have those puzzles in VR as well. And then we have like a little meditation corner with our rest and relax experiences on it. So, and of course, Beat Saber is up there.
Yes.
So just something for students to take a break and, take a break from studying. Midterms coming up, finals coming up.
It is coming up.
These assignments I'm feeling overwhelmed. I don't know about you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm feeling overwhelmed by these research consults and, coming up with new ideas and things. And so I was very happy to see 3 people come in. So hopefully more will come into the VLC every 2 weeks from 10 to 7. It's not like from 11 to 1. It's from 10 to 7 because we have 28 MetaQuest 3s now. So they are available.
Okay.
If I don't have a class. Yeah.
Well, I'm coming to play Tetris in VR.
Okay, please do. I really want to play Wordle in VR. I think that would be fun.
I do think that would be fun.
What word do you start Wordle with? I always start with Beryl.
I actually don't really play Wordle.
You don't?
I've played other like renditions of that kind of game, but I haven't played Wordle yet.
I play Wordle with my name, Beryl. So then it tells you, once you it's a 5-letter word. So once you put your word in, everybody has a starting word that they use for Wordle. Then if it has an E, it'll show you. If it has an R, that type of thing. So then you can kind of get a head start on what the other words are.
See, I've only ever played like Scrabble kind of games where you make a word with the letters that they give you, not you start with your own word. So I'll have to see what that's like. Well, okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
You got my questions and you don't want to guess. I got a recommendations and that I can suggest. Yes, this library questions got a part of request. Here's Beryl and Laura with instruction request.
Hey, Ospreys. My name is Lauren Odom, and I am the instruction librarian.
And I'm Beryl White-Bing. I am the virtual learning librarian at the Thomas G. Carpenter Library.
And we are
Instruction Requests,
where we talk about common research questions, helpful resources,
and immersive technology contained in the Thomas G. Carpenter Library.
Yes. All right. So what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about
mathematics, and
Mathematics.
statistics
Statistics.
resources in the library.
Mathematics and statistics. And I forgot to tell you, I'm reading a graphic novel.
Okay.
I got this graphic novel from when I went to the American Library Association conference. It's called Bunt. It's by Ngozi Ukazu and Mad Rupert.
Okay.
And it's called Bunt, Striking Out on Financial Aid. So it's a graphic novel where this young lady had a baseball scholarship and she lost it some type of way. So now she has to live on financial aid. And it's a graphic novel about that experience. So that's what I'm reading right now.
Okay. Very relevant.
Very relevant to our students. So if you want to borrow it, this is my personal copy. Come on up to the VLC and I'll let you hold it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about the research question of the day. So today's research question, again, as always, I'm not going to discuss any personal information or identifying details. The question was, I need a database that will give me information on the EV market on a global scale. Which database might you recommend? And so for that, I had two recommendations. One is called Mintel Reports, which is one that we're actually going to talk about today, or both of them we'll talk about. And the other is called Statista. So both of these, you can look up consumer data. You can search for a particular industry. So in this case, it would be EV, and look up, reports and statistics and any kind of analytics that you might be searching for across whatever the timeline is of your interest. So are there any other statistics databases that you might suggest outside of those two?
Statista is the one, that's my go-to for statistics.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out what EV electric vehicles, is that what you? Okay.
Mhm.
Electric vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just do a search for EV or electric vehicle or whatever the synonyms are around those to see what's available, that whatever comes up on that. So
Okay.
yeah. So that's that on that. That was a really short one, a very quick one. Let's talk about what's happening in instruction.
Okay. Well, Andy, you want to put up the screen? I can talk about what's happening in instruction. Okay, librarian open office hours in Zoom. Now, what does that mean? Librarian open office hours in Zoom is really where you can pop in and get help from a librarian. On the screen there, you'll see we're doing drop-in office hours Monday through Thursday from 11 until 1. And what will happen is, as a student or faculty member, if you have an immediate question that comes into your mind and you don't have 24 hours, you don't really want to make an appointment that might be booked, because we've really been slammed with research consultations. So this makes us available immediately to answer any kind of questions, to do quick research or help with search strings or whatever.
Right.
And what you do is you scan that QR code and it takes you into a special Zoom room. We call it the LIFTS Zoom room because we initially started this for our transfer initiative, but anyone can do this.
Yes.
And you drop into the Zoom room and one of us will be just sitting in Zoom, sitting at our desk working.
Yes.
And if you have a question, you just pop into Zoom and ask your question, no appointment needed.
Right.
And that's from 11 until 1, Monday through Thursday.
Yes.
And I think it's the four of us or someone in the instruction unit will be in the Zoom room waiting to take your question.
Yes, and this flyer actually lives on the library calendar. So on the main library website, if you scroll down to the events calendar, you can just search to find that. It'll say LOOH, the Librarian Open Office Hours link, and then you can scan that QR code to jump into the Zoom room, or copy the link.
Yeah, or do a screenshot right now and save it on your phone.
You can save it and always return to it if you would like. But that is where you can find it. So
okay, Andy, you can take that down. The next thing is the haunted open house is going to be October 30th. And what? The haunted open house is October 30th, and the instruction unit is going to have, as usual, an activity in the haunted open house. That's going to be in the classroom. And then, of course, the virtual learning center is going to be involved with the recording studio. So this year, last year we did the VLC. This year we're going to do the recording studio. But students, if you are a member of the VR club is going to be having an event in the VLC during that time. So we're going to have, with our headsets, we got this really creepy game.
Oh, is that the zombie one?
It's a zombie game, and it's a mixed reality game. So you're not necessarily in VR, but you have gaming elements coming at you. It's kind of like, you see the movie Jessica Rabbit, where real life was with graphic life? It's like that, where the zombies actually are coming out the wall at you.
Is this the game that you had at the
transfer social?
I played it, and it was intense.
It's intense and it's fun. So we're going to have a special VR club event on the 30th for Halloween. And for you faculty members, our STEM online learning librarian and online learning librarian Sarah Marclis and Dan Feinberg are going to be participating in CERT AI events for faculty during the week of Halloween. And our scholarly communications librarian Deborah Williams and Emily Ray and Rebecca Harrington are developing a workshop for using ebooks in instruction. So stay tuned on the CERT website for those workshops, faculty. And that's all I have for instruction.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about math and analytics or statistics resources in the library.
Math and analytics and statistics.
So as usual, we have to navigate to our database list from the main library page. You're going to click the database list link next to the OneSearch search bar, and you're going to click the mathematics and the statistics option under the subjects drop-down menu. So that's why I have two things up there, because I've selected two choices. So you can choose more than one option on that drop-down list. And then I click search, and that gave us a total of 12 databases that have been determined to be useful for this kind of research. And today I only wanted to point out two of the math databases, math and statistics. The first one is MathSciNet, and here you can find journals and reports that are like very high level math based. So this is not your college algebra. This is like algebraic reasoning. This is high level. This one is a little bit tricky though. So once you do a search and you get your results list, you will have to click the button that says find it at UNF. So you wouldn't necessarily be able to access a full article straight from here. You'll have to click find it at UNF, which will take you into OneSearch, and then you want to choose your full text availability option to be able to read the article. So it's a little bit tricky with this database. The next one is called ArcSiv. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like archive. It's like a play on archive. I think it's archive. Thank you. And this is just another place where you can do mathematical research, and it has some tips. So I didn't do like a video clip here, but if you were to go scroll to this database, you can scroll down this page, and it has a number of search tips and strategies for how to actually navigate to find the kind of results that you would want in this database.
Okay.
So next, I wanted to highlight the analytics resources. So going back to that database list page, instead of going under the subjects drop-down menu, we are going under the types drop-down menu and choosing the analytics option. Okay, and that has given us 4 databases. So the first one is Mintel Reports, which is one that I mentioned in our research question of the day. And here you can find a variety of reports, kind of like your consumer reports, the physical consumer reports that you used to could get. You can find that as a digital option here, and you can look up consumer data under a number of categories there. The next one is your Statista. So, we've talked about Statista before with the AI episode, but this one is great for market research and any kind of data or analytics that you might be looking for across industries. So this is a really good database. Next is SBR.net, which is the Sports Business Research Network, and you can actually find market research and data that is specific to sports. Right. So once you kind of go in there, you're logged in by virtue of going through the UNF database site. From what I have seen and digging around here, you can't necessarily search the database the way that you would with your own terms. So you would have to go under one of the drop downs there, the summaries, the sports, the resource center, and kind of search through the list that they provide there. But it's a really interesting database.
Let me ask you about this database, because I see it has team, player, and performance data. So is that national, or could it be like, say, I want to look up my granddaughter?
Yeah, no, it's more like national. Like it has your professional sports teams.
Oh, okay.
It does national, your professional, and your college sports. So it's not
okay.
It's not
so
local.
Collegiate sports on up to professional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is interesting because I saw a question come through the chat, and they asked about the Jacksonville Armada, and I wanted to go look, but they don't have your semi-pro teams.
Oh, so it doesn't have semi-pro.
Yeah.
But it does have, like, say, the NFL or
NHL,
NBA.
Yes. And collegiate.
But it has collegiate. But I guess a semi-pro team would not necessarily have collegiate players.
Now, you might be able to find information on players who went from one to the other, but
like if there was a special league, like to say the NBA D League.
Now that you getting way too.
I know I'm getting into the weeds.
I'm
asking those questions.
Yeah, I'm not a big sports person like that, but
it's kind of like
anybody who is, go check out SBR.net and play around and see what you find.
I had a vendor today tell me, well, you can just try it out and see what happens. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. You're supposed to know.
I love it. I'm going to take a page out of that book. You can try it out.
Just try it out, see what happened. I went to the Bahamas one time, and we were trying to find our way walking around on our own. We weren't on a tour or anything, and we stopped someone and asked them how to get to the mall. And he said, well, you go that way, and if it's not that way, go the other way. So I was like, okay. So just try it out. Okay?
You're just going to have to try and see.
Yeah. If it's not that way, go the other way.
If it's not that, I like that.
Okay.
Like that. Go then the last one I have is the U.S. Bureau. So this one provides census data. So whatever statistics you might want to find dealing with, U.S. populations and cities and demographics and that kind of thing. This is another place where you can go.
So it doesn't have census records. It just has census data. Is that what you're saying?
You'll have to try it and see.
If it's not that way, go the other way.
If it's not that way, go the other way.
There you go.
Yes. There you go.
Okay. All righty. What am I talking about today? Okay. In VR math.
Wait, so what's happening in the VLC?
What is happening in the VLC?
Well, you talked about Puzzle Day already.
I already talked about Puzzle Day. We're doing puzzles. We had we've got a new license using Nanome or Nanome VR. Well, it's a temporary trial license that will last until the end of October. And Nanome is a chemistry database. And so Professor Cecilski brought his students in and tried it out, and they're coming again. So hopefully other people will use it. So that's happening in the VLC. We do have our new 28 MetaQuest 3s. So we're getting used to using it, how we're going to use it, like with Steam, or we're using Meta PC, or we're using it wireless, because you can do a lot of things with the MetaQuest 3. They have different lenses, so it's a lot clearer, a lot bigger headset than the 2. And it's been exciting. We got brand new computers too with the 2 terabyte hard drive. So now we're not running out of space. And I'm hoping that the VR club will be able to work with the eSport club and get into some of this eSport competition.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They're supposed to do the Beat Saber competition again with the Collegiate VR Esports League. So hopefully that will work.
Okay.
But when we're talking about math resources in the VLC, Andy, if you would put up Puzzle Day. I already talked about Puzzle Day. Puzzle Day.
If you needed a visual.
Yeah, there's the puzzle. Okay, so that's the Promethean board with a student picking out a puzzle to do, and those are all Osprey puzzles. And we had like several people come today to play that, and that's every 2 weeks on a Tuesday, the same day as the dogs, all day from 10 to 7. We have Sugar Mess jigsaw puzzles in VR, and we also have Tetris in VR, and Jolly Match 3 AR is like it's like a mixed reality kind of thing, because once you put the headset on, you see the world, but the puzzle is there.
Yeah.
And you're doing it in VR, and of course Wordle. So Wordle is in VR. And on the Promethean board, we have Osprey-themed puzzles from Jigsaw Planet. And then in the corner, we do have a rest and relax corner. So if you wanted to do some of our mindfulness VR experiences, you could do that as well. Now, as far as math and other experiences that we have, Calc Flow is made by the same people who did Nanome, actually.
Okay.
And that QR code, if you want to do a screenshot, if you are really into math, Calc Flow is more calculus and vector calculus kind of things, but it's got very positive reviews, and that QR code will take you to the YouTube channel so that you can see a video about Calc Flow.
Okay.
And our library VR champion is going to be Dr. Rachel Mullins. She's not a math instructor, but she is our library VR champion. We were supposed to have her this summer, but she got busy and wasn't able. We just couldn't connect.
Yeah.
But she did come by and talk about how she is using VR in her instruction. She came by actually to book her class, and I cornered her and got a video.
Okay.
I got a video from her. So, Dr. Mullins. Hi, I'm here with another library VR champion. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rachel Mullins. I'm a professor of social work here at UNF.
And she brings her classes to the VLC to experience a range of experiences, from the USS Eisenhower for her military social work class, and we have an experience called Minefield that I guess it mimics what someone is experiencing with PTSD and other experiences. Professor Mullins, tell me what made you start using immersive technology in your instruction?
Well, we had a presentation on it in our department, and I felt like it was a really cool idea to bring a new way of learning to my students. I'm always looking to mix things up and try to give my students alternative ways to experience the information that we're trying to convey. And so I thought that it was a great opportunity to try something new and give the students a different mechanism through which to learn the information that we're talking about in classes.
Do you have any plans to maybe incorporate VR in any of your research or any future projects in VR or AI, incorporating all of that?
Well, I think that it is incredibly useful for my classes, and I think that the students really respond well to being given these alternative options for how to learn information. And so my plans are to continue to incorporate it into my classes and look for new opportunities where we can potentially incorporate the themes that we're discussing in the various classes, and find things that fit with that so that they can come and learn that content in a different sort of way so that they get to mix things up a bit.
Okay, my final question is, what do you see the role of the VLC and its importance in providing an immersive experience for students here at UNF?
Well, I think it's really important for professors to learn how to translate concepts that we are working on in class into real life experiences. And while in the classroom, sometimes we can't always directly mimic the client experience, we can give a proxy to that by using the VLC. And so I find that for students who are building skills and learning how to empathize with their clients, it's a great way for them to step out of a traditional lecture format and learn to interact with the concepts that we are engaging with in the classroom, but in a more direct way.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Our library VR champion. Yeah, she's wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Mullins, for
And
stopping
she comes every semester.
Very
Sometimes
nice.
she brings she did I remember when she brought her students to do the mindfulness, and I have an experience called Happy Run, where you put on a headset and you're in the mountains, and in order for you to move, you have to run in place.
So it's like you're frolicking in VR.
You're just frolicking in VR. It was so funny watching her with the headset on, just running. So that was good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shout out to our VR champion.
Yes.
Yes. So next week, we are going to talk about engineering resources.
Engineering resources.
We have a lot.
We have a lot. And yes, we have a lot of
excited.
engineering resources.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Instruction Request Podcast. If you need any help, faculty or students, with research or navigating resources in the library, feel free to schedule a research consultation, or you can schedule an instruction request.